I think I was 12 when I started smoking, had my first cigarette. Always liked the smell of cigarettes. I remember I was like 5, 6 years old. I'd always come by this guy that would be smoking outside the store and just sit there and just smell the cigarettes, which is the most amazing smell for me. My mom would always just drag me over, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Just loved how it smelled. So when I was 12, I met this girl who was really bad, really cool in my eyes. She smoked, so she started teaching me. But nobody in America, see in Russia, it's as simple as just, I don't know, getting cigarettes. If you're high enough to reach the counter, you got the cigarettes, you got the vodka, you got anything you want to get. Here, pretty difficult. So 12 years old, no English, I need to buy cigarettes. I go to this store, I remember, and I look at all the names, brands of cigarettes. No English, I repeat. So I'm like, Marlboro, I don't know how to pronounce it. So I was like, I'll just go with Camel. So I make the deepest voice I can make, and I go, hi, can I have Camel? I'm really funny. And this girl told me that they sell cigarettes for everywhere. But so I guess I thought that I sounded older. The deeper my voice is, the older I am. And Camel was the only kind of cigarettes I could pronounce at that point. So that's what I started smoking. Got caught. Every month I got caught from my parents. I would come home. My mom would be waiting for me downstairs and telling me to smell the breath. So I would come out, breathe in her nose. And whether I smoked or didn't smoke that day, she would still tell me that I smoked, and I got grounded. They would let me off pretty fast though. I got lucky. Smoking, I started smoking weed when I was way older. I started smoking cigarettes when I was 12. I started smoking weed when I was 13. I was all grown up at that point. Yeah, that was fun. I remember the first time I smoked, I laughed the whole night. Just the whole night. You laugh and you eat, and you laugh and you eat. And you get tired, you smoke again, and then you laugh and you eat, and you laugh and you eat. And it was pretty fun. I remember me and my friend got stoned going to an 8th grade, just the last dance we had, kind of like the junior high school prom. Got caught by a security guard who, oh, it was hell. Got my parents to come to school. Terrorized me for the whole day trying to get me to tell them who sold me the weed, but I didn't crack. Told me I would get expelled, didn't fall for it. I knew they wouldn't do that. Too many people smoked weed at that point for them to actually want to kick me out. So the only thing that happened is I was grounded for much longer than 2 weeks. No music, no TV, no going out, no makeup, which was the worst thing. I couldn't wear makeup. Not that I really needed to wear makeup at home, but when I was 13 years old, not wearing makeup was as bad as it gets. I don't think it could get any worse than that. Very upsetting. Many tears. Many diaries I've written, but then I stopped writing diaries because my mom would always read them. My mom loves reading my diaries, loves reading my letters, loves reading just about anything that she can't read. So, yeah, difficult times I had. So because of the whole situation with weed smoking and getting caught with it, my parents needed to get me away from the bad people. They didn't realize that there's people all over the place that smoke weed. Okay. So moved to the rich neighborhood. White people, snobby people, rich people. So we became a part of them. But I couldn't get into the whole circle. I probably didn't get into the whole circle of the snobbiness even until now. Really nice school. I guess it was rated as one of the best schools in California. Really nice school. I hated it though. Remember all the girls with like Jaguars at 16, all the Mercedes, and I didn't have a car, maybe that's why. Couldn't get any friends forever. The only people I befriended were 2 Persian girls that I'm actually still friends with. That was in 9th grade, and we're still friends. Maybe our cultures are similar, I don't know what it is. I don't know why nobody wanted to be friends with me, as sad as it sounds. I remember when we just moved to the new neighborhood, my dad took me by the hand and we went to every neighbor, and all the neighbors that we had went to the same school that I did, that had girls my age. Introduced us. I don't know what it was. I don't know, maybe the Russian outcasts, maybe, I don't know. I still don't know. Maybe I'm too pretty. That's what they tell me. But whatever it was, didn't work out. The only people I befriended were the Persian girls, but I'm still friends at this point. Good girls, fun girls, my girls. I remember this one really huge butch girl. hated me so much, and I was so scared of her. She would walk around calling me all these names, and I was so scared to answer back, you know. She would always call me a lesbo. She'd walk around going, lesbo, lesbo, look at the lesbian, and all her little circle of friends would start doing the same thing. But the second she wasn't around, they would smile at me and I was so scared of her. She was so big, and I was afraid if I was to answer back, then she would just beat my ass. So I went to karate. Went to karate class. Got my purple belt, and then never won again. Purple belt is the first belt up. Not much, but didn't help me, didn't fight her. But how many years have gone by? Like 6, 7, 8 years later, I found out that that girl was lesbian. Do you know how soothing that was? I'm still not over it. I'm still so excited. So that's the point. That's what it was. She hated me because she loved me. Good stuff. Remember, was in the bathroom. And this girl comes out, and that was the most embarrassing thing. They're just sitting there talking all these bad things about me, just so much shit, and I'm so scared to come out. And I remember I sat there and I was crying afterwards, but not of what they said, but just because I felt so scared to come out and confront them. That was another little thing that pushed me to do the karate. Still never fought though. I was sitting there, and this girl and this other girl just sitting there. Oh, that Russian bitch comes up to me and says, do you have a tampon? Fuck her. If I had a tampon, I would not give it to her. Damn. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, I have to come out, I have to come out, I have to come out. Didn't come out. Too scared. Too scared. Not too scared now, though. In 12th grade, I remember it was a Friday, the first day. It was a Friday. And I came to my first class, and these two girls were like, it's Friday, let's just ditch, let's just ditch. And I was just sitting there listening to them, and I was like, huh, it is Friday. Why not just ditch? So I just got in my car. At that point, I already had a car. Got in my car, I went to see my friend. Weekend went by, Monday. Left my home. My parents would always wake me up, so I couldn't stay home. I would leave my home, go do a block around my school, and go to see my friend. I did this every day for about, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 weeks. I don't remember what it was a while back. And every day, the automated machine would call my house and tell my parents that your daughter or son were absent for a day, or were either late or absent. I don't remember what exactly it was. And every day I had a new story, how I was either in the bathroom, either I was late, either the teacher didn't sign me in when they had to. So they believed me. I mean, I was a wonderful liar. Still am. For like 2, 3 weeks. And then I remember when I'm at my friend's house that I would stay up the whole time. I would just leave my house and just go over there instead of going to school. My dad calls me and he says, I'm on my way, and we lived right by my school. He goes, I'm on my way to your school, I'll be there in 3 minutes. The people just called me and said that you haven't been in school for 3 weeks, I think. I don't remember, I should ask him. For 3 weeks she hasn't been in school, and I'm farther away from the school than he is. So I just jump in the car, start driving like crazy, get in there, and come from the parking lot. I already know that he's there already because it wouldn't take him that long as it took me. So I show up and he's like, what are you doing there? And I was like, oh, I was going to the bathroom. And they're like, in the parking lot? And I was like, yeah, there's a little bathroom right in the parking lot. Yeah, didn't believe me. So we go to the office, and I know I'm done. I mean, I realize that there's nothing else. I'm done. So the lady, the aide, comes up and says, your daughter has been absent for 3 weeks. He looks at me, and I'm just sitting there smiling, just have the dumbest smile in my face. And what else can I do? Cry? Well, I did that later, but at that point I was just like, So he told me I was grounded, but it didn't work because I was already 17 and a half a year until I'm out. Just dreamt of that day. So I left my home. Me and my daddy got in a fight over this whole thing, and I decided to leave.